Hi, I'm Ese the Nutritionist, and today is a very special day because, drum roll, we are 2 years old today. I cannot believe it. 2 years already is crazy. That's crazy. So, in honor of our birthday, which is also my birthday, I'm going to be answering a couple of questions that nobody asked me. We're going to sit down here and listen because why not? Well, I don't think there's anything in particular that inspired me. If I try to go back to where my head was at that point, I remember, being Essay, and I had changed my Twitter name to Essay the Nutritionist because I was just fresh out of school and I wanted to do something, I wanted to be somebody, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm in career building mode today, I want to change my Twitter name, and Essay the Nutritionist just stuck. Like, I said, okay, I could actually do something with this. Let me just make it a brand. It was like a personal branding pandemic then, right? So like, let me just make it a brand. And yeah, that's basically how it started. I didn't have any particular thing in mind, but like, okay, let me just see. Let's just have Essay, the person, and Essay, the nutritionist. Me, who was someone that loved nutrition, basically. That was it. Well, okay, so when we started, it was more of a consultancy, right? I was just focused on making meal plans for people. That was it. And I never like tooted my horn about it. I just did it in silence. The people that know me be like, oh, I need a meal plan, let's talk. I'll consult with them, make a meal plan, do follow-ups, and that was it. And then I started content creation. So yeah, I would say the different thing was that we started as a consultancy, right? I focused on meal planning, on individual health, yes. And then now we have grown to public health. We are now focusing on populations, on health systems, on public health, on nutrition education. So that is kind of how we have grown. Move on focusing on individuals, focusing on populations and systems. Hmm. Okay. So I've always been a very shy person, right? I was always someone that would walk behind the scenes. I could sit down behind and write scripts for you and like give you the directions of what and what to do. But to be the person in front of the camera was a very scary thing for me. I was so scared that people would not relate to my content. I was really scared that I wouldn't go as far as I am now. I was really scared that I would not be considered. I'll just leave it for a couple of days or weeks and drop it and focus on something else. So yeah, those are the major fears I had going into content creation. Of course, I worry. In fact, I still worry because when people hear about nutrition, what they want to know is what should we eat, what should we not eat. That's it. Anything outside of personal nutrition, what you use to gain weight, lose weight, treat diabetes, treat hypertension, that is all they care about. So, being someone whose content focuses on population, public health, politics, environmental awareness, it's not the norm. It's not something that people are really interested in. So, I was really, really scared of like going into this very niche field, and I was scared of how people would probably receive it and all of that. But how did I push past it? I just tried my best not to focus on the vanity metrics, quote and unquote. So I don't pay much attention to followers, to likes, to comments, to shares. That's what helps me. I don't know if it's ideal, but yes, I don't pay much attention to being popular per se. To me, this is a mission of mine. I am just putting the word out there. That is it. I would definitely say becoming a UNICEF young influencer. So let me give you guys the gist. I made the decision to switch from clinical nutrition to political nutrition just this year. This was like in February, March-ish. Yes. Starting this year and being this recognized this year was very, very crazy to me. I cannot believe it. So let me tell you how exactly this all went down. So I was scrolling through Instagram one night and I saw a sponsored ad from UNICEF. Oh, they're looking for new young influencers. And normally I would ignore things like that. It's always like I don't consider criteria. I was always probably too young for the experience level, or I was too old for the experience level. I have finally found an opportunity where I was at the perfect age and at the perfect professional level. So I was so excited. Now I had forgotten about all of this. I remember signing up like a few hours to the deadline, right? The task was to shoot a video explaining something. And I can never forget, I was in Bafo Guest House that night. They come to visit my siblings. And right there, and this was like 11. Deadline was 12, right? 11 p.m. at night, I was scripting my video. I shot it, I edited, and I submitted it. Few minutes to the deadline. So it was on April 1st. This was around March, I guess. April 1st, I got a mail that had been accepted. I was shocked. I was so shocked. I feel like that was like the biggest win for me this year because that appointment, right, had brought so many good opportunities my way, things I could never have fathomed. Yeah, so that's definitely my biggest win so far. Okay. I think it was GC Food and Drink Week this year. I was walking around eating, and two women walked up to me, two girls, two young women, and they were like, "Are you Ese the Nutritionist?" I was like, "Yes." And they said, "Oh my goodness, we love your content." And I remember when I said that I was worried about how people receive my content because it is not the norm, it is not what people usually watch. So for the very first time, many people that I did not know, I don't know people from anywhere, recognizing me in public, walking up to me and telling me that they loved what I put out. It was very, very validating for me. I was happy for months. So if you were the one and you are watching this, thank you so much because you do not know what you did for me in that particular situation. This brand has changed me in a lot of ways. I remember when I said that I used to be very, very shy. I had crazy social anxiety. I didn't interact with people. So me being in front of the camera and putting myself out there has built a level of confidence I never thought I could achieve. It's amazing. Essay can hold speaking engagements, physical speaking engagements online. I can walk up to people and talk to them. I can say my mind on things, even the most controversial topics. I cannot believe this is me. I really feel like me building this brand, me doing content creation has built me in a way that I could have never thought about. I am definitely 100 times more confident than I used to be, and I am so grateful for that. And professionally, yes, it has helped me finally define what path I want to follow. When you study nutrition, right, the most obvious career path is to be a dietitian, to work in the hospital, to make meal plans for people, to visit patients, to see patients, and all of that. But building this brand has let me understand that that's not really my thing. I found myself being very, very interested in nutrition education. I love teaching people about nutrition. If I'm making a meal plan for you, if you are my clients, you will know this. Like the first 2 pages is education. You will learn. You cannot escape that list. I realized that I really love nutrition education, and like that is now what I want to focus on. I don't want to be a clinical nutritionist anymore. Sorry, guys. I would say public speaking. This year, I have been involved in about 3 or 4 physical speaking engagement sessions, and I was so surprised that I could hold it down. Like me speaking to a group of people in person about something I was so passionate about was very valuable because I used to have very crazy low self-esteem and social anxiety. So yeah, these are definitely burst out of my shell. So thank you to me for starting this brand. Of course I have. I still do. I'm not going to lie, I don't think I've gotten over it. Sometimes I feel like all these achievements, right? I am not the one that did all of this. Sometimes I feel like a fraud. I think everybody feels like this. I do not know, but honestly, I have not gotten over it. So if you have any tips for me, please share with me. I'm more than open to accept. Definitely. I mean, we're just two. I have a long life ahead of me. We have so many things we have to do. So because right now I'm focused on digital advocacy, yes, I feel like at some point I'm going to have to transition into physical advocacy. I have so many ideas what I want to do with children, adolescents, with women, with the government, with the multinationals. I feel like next year has to be my global year. I'm definitely going to travel next year. I am going to go for the World Health Assembly by God's grace, and I'm going to go for the Hunger by God's grace. Fun fact, I was invited for both of them this year, but visa issues, I couldn't make it. So sad, it was so depressing. But I'm so excited for next year. I really feel like I'm going to get into those rooms next year. So I'm very excited about that. Very, very excited. I hope that because of me and my many other colleagues, people will see how important nutrition education is. To me, that is my biggest goal. I want everybody to have a very good knowledge of nutrition, because without good knowledge of nutrition, we are doomed as a society, yes, because it's going to affect our health, population, our mobility rates, our mortality rates. Every single thing you can think of is tied to nutrition. I want everybody to know this. This is like my mission right now. If you're watching my recent videos, you have noticed a pattern that I am trying to connect even the most minute things that you probably have never thought of to nutrition. So that's my goal. I really want everybody to understand that what you eat and nutrition in general affects you in any single way you can think of. That is it. Amazing. That is the word. It's been amazing. Yeah. Oh, okay, it has definitely played a huge role. So at the beginning of this, I mentioned that I wanted to have essay and Ese the Nutritionist. So my newsletter lets you see Ese, the person. I don't talk about nutrition on my newsletter. I don't talk about healthcare. I don't talk about anything professional. I talk about me, my journey, my struggles, my honest truth, my realizations. You get to know the real Ese in my newsletters, and it has really helped me to connect to people, to form a community. Let's just put it that way. People now relate to me on a deeper level just because of my newsletter. So it has definitely helped me in building my community. People know the person behind the brand and why I do what I do, and that is just a very beautiful thing for me. So this is a very important question for me. I never called myself an advocate before because I used to feel like advocacy requires you to be physically present, to be in the streets, to go for outreaches, to meet people physically and speak to them physically. So because I create content online, I felt like my work was just, content creation. But I have gotten to understand that digital advocacy is a real thing. Me sitting in front of the camera and speaking to you about things that you've never heard of before, things that are very, very important for you. I am advocating for something. So now I can proudly call myself an advocate. I used to be very, very shy to say that before, but yeah, I'm proud of it now. I am a nutrition education advocate for food systems, food security, and nutrition education once again. So yeah. One fear I'm carrying as a creator is the fear of not growing. So I know I have said that I try my best not to focus on followers, on likes, on comments. But let's not lie, guys, those things validate you. Those things, as vanity as they may seem, they help you to measure if you're actually going to reach a new audience or not. So my biggest fear is still being stuck in the same zone I started in. I want more people to see my work because it's important. It is too important for just a select few people to be exposed to it. I'm really scared that people don't relate to it. And how am I pushing through it? I don't know. Guys, I am not pushing through it. I need help. Someone needs to encourage me because I am so scared of this. Oh my god. Let's move to the next question, please. So I see us on the global stage. I see us being a United Nations ambassador. Yes, I see us probably working in WHO or UNICEF. Let's see how it goes. I see us on the global stages. I see us being physically present in spaces that are fighting for youth inclusion in education, in policy making, in nutrition education, in food systems building, and in policy making. That's the way I see us, myself, for us, because we are a community. We are in this journey together, guys. Okay. The legacy I want to leave is that because of me, more people took nutrition education seriously. The government took it seriously. International organizations took it seriously. Because of me, we now have more inclusive policies related to nutrition all around the world. Because of me, we have more inclusive food systems, more comprehensive food systems. We have a better multidimensional approach to nutrition in general in countries. That's the legacy I want to. I don't just want to talk the talk. I want to walk the talk. That is it. It's been a very wonderful ride of 2 years. Thank you so much to everyone that supported me one way or the other. If you have mentioned my name in the important room, if you had engaged in my content, you liked, you retweeted, you shared, you commented, you followed me, you mentioned me everywhere, you have rooted for me. Thank you so much. Everyone has invested in Ese stocks. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, everyone. I could not have done this without you. I could not have gotten this far without you. This is just year 2. See the things we are doing in year 2. I honestly cannot wait to see how next year is because, guys, we are going global. There are no ifs and buts. We are definitely going global next year. So sit back, relax. No, don't relax, don't relent. Enjoy the ride though. But don't relax. There is work to be done. This is a mission. This is a gospel. I'm going to carry this gospel around the earth. So don't relax, don't relent. But sit back and enjoy the ride. Thank you for sticking with me. I love everybody. I'm so happy.